Hi, my name is Byron Martin here at Logie's Greenhouses, and today we're going to be talking about one of the rarer forms of Medinilla. This is Medinilla miniata, the Red Mednilla that comes from the Philippines. There are several really showy varieties of this. Magnifica is one that's relatively common, but this is one of the rare forms that produces these red bracts and red flowers. They're not really that hard to grow as long as the plant that started has a healthy root system. There is some disease issues with the roots, and so one needs to make sure that when you get a plant and you're starting out with miniata that it has a strong, vigorous root system, and that would be the case for all Medinillas. They are semi-epiphytic in their habit, and some of them are epiphytic in their habit. So they need an open porous mix, and epiphytic means that they grow out of soil, they grow up onto the trunks of trees where the roots are exposed to a lot of air, and consequently periodic times of dryness and also extreme moisture during rainy season. Miniata is one of our winter blooming varieties, as is Magnifica. So we always see the flowers forming, you can see the buds here forming, during the winter time and going into late spring. As far as fertilizer goes, we feed these on a regular basis with a balanced feed throughout most of the year. These are really warmer growing plants, and so we keep these in temperatures above 60 degrees in which they can utilize a fertilizer throughout the year. This is a relatively large grower, so it's not something for a small space. You can see the very large leaves that come off of it. But the flowers actually go on for a long period of time. This one here is fully opened, and there are still blooms coming on it. This one here you can see is just starting with the young flowers emerging as the bracts, and the flower inflorescence itself expands. As far as pruning goes, they tend to be a sort of a sprawling plant, so once the flowering cycle is over, which happens in late spring going into summer, some of these leaves could be cut off to bring the plant back in. Those new shoots that emerge out over the summertime will have time enough as we go into the shorter days of late summer and fall to decide to flower again for us. We grow this under partial sun, so it's really not a high light plant. If you give them too much light, they actually get very bleached in their look. So this is actually grown under partial sun or some shade. As far as insect goes, they really do pretty well in terms of not having too many problems with that. The exception would be mealybug. Mealybug does like Medinillas of all kinds. So if you happen to have a plant that's infected nearby with mealybug, you need to keep your, obviously clean it up, but you need to keep your eye on any Medinilla that's growing nearby. They are actually great plants for color, and because of their epiphytic nature, they do tolerate dryness in terms of the home's atmosphere, and also dryness in terms of the soil moisture. So it is really they really are awesome plants for a little bit of stressed environment and still perform very well. Well, thank you for watching today. There's a little bit of information on growing and knowing our Medinilla miniata, which is the Red Medinilla. For more information, you can find us at logies.com.